Hey, Spuddies! Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome to the Miasma Chronicles. This video is sponsored by the creator of the game, so if you want to check it out, go ahead and check the link in the description, and there will be a pinned comment below the video as well. Now, you've probably got a bit of a question, like, what is the Miasma Chronicles? Well, I think the simplest way to explain it is that it's a little bit like XCOM meets like something like Wasteland, right? There's a little bit of RPG, there's a little bit of tactical combat, there's a little bit of progression, you know, you have shops, you have exploration, you have character development, you even have, like, for example, my characters here are using some weapons and you can modify these weapons with, like, for example, I've increased the range of this weapon and increased the damage of this weapon. So there's a whole variety and kaleidoscope of different things that you can do in this game. But what I really want to show you right now is the combat, because I think the combat is really solid. Now, I am currently in an ambush position. Normally, when you're playing the game, you are kind of running around, you know, not in this ambush stance. I just want to get out of the range of this. So you can see here, you'll run around and you'll pick up items and you'll talk to NPCs and you'll explore the world. And, you know, there's a whole gigantic map of like fallen America, and there's a whole storyline. I won't spoil the storyline too much, because I feel like if you're the kind of person who's going to enjoy this game, I would recommend actually just checking the story out for yourself. But like, let's say, oh, I see a party of enemies. I can then go into sneak mode and press spacebar to split my party up and position them before the fight. Now, if I walk into these yellow circles, there's a good chance the enemies will spot me and I won't get the initiative in combat. But for example, I can walk around and I can pick up glass bottles, and kind of a little bit like something, maybe I'm trying to think of like a Metal Gear Solid-y type game. You can sometimes distract enemies with a bottle. So for example, you see this blaster guy over here? I didn't actually know this guy was here. So now this is actually going to cause me to completely reposition my party. So for example, this little robot guy here, who I have part of my party, I'm going to go ahead and actually reposition all my people so that we can actually take on this little pack over here first before we take on the other pack. Now there's going to be a very particular way that we do this. Oh, we can trigger an audio distraction. So this is actually something I was just about to talk about, is that you could actually trigger distractions in the environment by like throwing bottles or, you know, touching things. So let me get my sniper into a good position behind this tree over here. I'll get my main character into a supportive position, and then I'll use the robot to trigger the audio distraction. And now this mugger has been distracted by this audio thing, and so now I can trigger an ambush, and this is where we go to the tactical combat. But this character right here is actually incredibly unique, because she has the X1G silent ice gun. So as long as we kill this guy without this guy seeing, that's a wrap for him. So we have a 94% chance of hitting, a 45% chance of critting, and you can see his full health bar will be taken out. If I were to switch to the robot, for example, and to try to take a shot with the assault rifle, we would also similarly kill him, but this would not be silent. We would alert this guy to our presence. So we definitely don't want to do that. We're going to make use of the sniper rifle here to kill him, and we will press spacebar to take the shot, and kablam. So we got a silent crit kill, we got double experience, and their AP restored. So that is a good way to initiate combat. Now, this whole area is filled with enemies, so we want to look for opportunities where we can use stealth to thin out their numbers. So I'm going to have a look around with this sniper lady and see if I can find any more easy kills, because I'm a little bit worried about triggering combat early. If all these enemy packs that are on this map, if they all activate at the same time, it would be kind of scary for me. Okay, I had a quick look around and I think it should be fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and set up a kill on the blaster as well. Okay, so it looks like the blaster doesn't actually care about the distraction. So I'm going to see if I can get up into a closer position. Once you're hidden, it's quite difficult for them to spot you. Your character becomes grey and unseeable. So I think we should have a pretty easy time killing this guy. Now, the one worry that we have is that this will trigger multiple packs, but we'll just have to deal with that if it happens. So let's go ahead and get ready to ambush this little blaster guy. Now, we're going to make use of the initial critical hit here to launch off the combat, because this will be silent. He has been crit. Now, we definitely don't want to activate this pack here, but I am going to use an armor eater shot on my hero here, which will significantly reduce this guy's armor. Now, I believe every single one of these armor pips lowers the amount of damage they take by 10. So if we can blast these armor pips off, it'll make our life quite easier. You can see here we have a 74% chance to hit and a 15% chance to crit. The white bar is how much damage we'll do if we hit, and the orange bar is how much extra damage we'll do if we crit. Now, this should, in theory, if it hits, this might actually aggro that other pack, but it actually looks like they're just out of audio range. I don't know what the range is on that kind of thing. So we have a 115% chance to crit here. Because he has a raging shot. This is one of the mechanics in the game. As your characters fight, they will generate rage. And once their rage hits maximum, they get a bonus chance to crit. I actually don't really fully understand the rage mechanic right now. But basically, we basically took out that pack at no cost. They never got to shoot back of us. They never got to do anything to us, which means now we can explore a little bit more judiciously and have a look over here, right? And we can find, oh, maybe there's some items here that might help us with this combat. Maybe there's a healing item. Oh, there's a couple of muggers. Okay, this might be an opportunity to use stealth and sniper rifles. But I definitely feel like it would be pretty viable, now depending on the difficulty level you played at, I guess, to maybe do like a no-hit or like, a medipod. That would actually be really useful for my guys because they're a little bit hurt. I definitely think it could be viable to do some sort of, maybe not no-hit run, but maybe like a low-death run or something like that. I definitely don't think I'm good enough at the game to attempt that yet. Okay, so there's a long shot up in this building. So if I were to shoot one of these guys, see how there's like a red line between them? That means if I were to shoot this guy would spot it. So what I actually want to do is I want to come to Elvis here. I'm going to open the backpack and I'm going to throw a glass bottle behind the enemy here to get him to turn around. So this is a silent action. It does not trigger a response from my enemies, but it does make him turn his back. And now if I select Jade, if I shoot this mugger here, this guy isn't looking, and because this is a silent action, he won't notice. So let's take the shot. That restored our AP, and let's go ahead and ambush once again. Jade, go ahead and finish this guy off. Kaboom. And so, at no cost to myself, without alerting any enemies to our presence, we were able to take out 2 enemies for the cost of a glass bottle. So that's like the kind of really cool stuff you can do in this game, and I really, really like it. I think there's a lot of potential there. I also really like the game is like super explicit with the positioning of enemy like vision ranges. The game isn't trying to trick you. The game is really just trying to present you with a really fun and interesting puzzle. And it's a really unique take on the sort of tactical RPG style of game where there's a lot of like looting and there's some like kind of puzzles where you have to figure out like codes for doors and find keypads and stuff. Has all of this sort of standard stuff you might expect from a traditional RPG game, but it just is draped in this incredibly nice stealth tactical combat game. Now you don't have to be stealthy, although I would recommend it because it gives you such an advantage. Like think of how many enemies I've killed here at little no cost to myself. Let's go ahead and do another attack here. Now this long shot won't die in a single attack, but we can set ourselves up for a really easy kill here. Oh, we missed. Well, that's a little bit bad. So I didn't know that missing could be a thing that easily. Let's get a little bit closer to him. The closer we get to him, also, when this guy moves, he gets the scout ability, which gives him a chance to crit. So I have a 35% chance of killing him here, which is pretty damn good. Oh, nice. We got the crit. Perfect. Okay, so yes, you can miss the stealth attacks. Okay, so I am playing the not the extra hardcore mode, but the hardcore mode, which basically means that your attacks are never guaranteed to hit. You always have like a small chance to miss, or your chance to hit kind of scales differently. It makes it a little bit more hardcore. I think I'm playing on the second highest difficulty with the hardcore hit chance modifier. Okay, so now my main objective here is to get that yellow icon over there. I need to pick that up, and that's kind of like the story objective that I'm on right now. So I need to take out those muggers, the long shot and the blaster. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up in the way I had it earlier. With this guy, I'm going to go ahead and consume a energy crystal because I want to show up the kind of magic system of the game. So I'll give him an energy cell. I do have a medipod. Do I want to heal? Yeah, I'm gonna heal up for this fight just so we're ready. I think though this would be a fantastic game to play on a live stream because it's just one of those games that has so much potential for like a sort of a save or die moment, right? Where you roll a dice and you can totally like completely take a fight without any problems, or an enemy turns around and crits one of your heroes. And then you're in a bad situation. Okay, let's take the ambush. Now, we do have the option, I believe. Let me see how many things we could do. So we can only hit that long shot. Now, the long shot is probably more important to take out than the mugger. So what I'm thinking of doing is with Elvis, maybe I'll throw a grenade. I could throw a napalm grenade and do like an insane amount of AoE damage. I think though what I'd like to do is make sure that Jade is in a position to hit more than one target, because right now she can't really hit many people. Now she does have a sniper rifle, so she has really good range. So let's see what kind of positioning she's in here. No, she can't hit anyone here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take the shot on the long shot. It will be silent, but I would rather kill the long shot than the mugger on the first turn of battle. Now, they have discovered us, which means they know we're somewhere, but it was a silent action, so they don't know that they're like where all my heroes are just yet. But when I throw this napalm can, they're gonna know. So let's throw the napalm. Boom. Now we're in combat. So they discovered us and now they're in combat. Now these guys are on fire, which means they're going to take 30 fire damage per turn. This mugger, on the other hand, I would like to make sure that he becomes super dead. So I'm going to move with Diggs, because if Diggs takes a shot right now, he only has a 71% chance to hit and a 15% chance to crit. But if I move forward slightly, even to here, it goes up to an 82 at a 35% chance. So I'll take that 82% chance to hit, triggering his scout ability, giving him a better crit chance, because like a 35% crit chance, that's like a 1 in 3 attacks you crit on, which is really damn solid. Now the really cool thing is that throwing a grenade doesn't actually use your action, and we do have the Miasma Storm ability, so we can throw enemies around, we can throw them into things like these explosive barrels over here. I could have chose to do that, and then I could have had a hero in position to like blow these up and kill this guy, but instead what we're going to do is we're just going to take a regular shot at him and see if he can't just whittle him down. Now this guy's going to get to take his turn. He is on fire and he's in a bad way, but he might get some damage on us. So it looks like he's repositioned and he took a super lucky shot. Wow, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the sprint and shoot ability with Diggs. And I'm going to run. Where can I get? If I get to here, I've got an 82% chance to hit. Let me see. Okay, you don't have your corrosive shot yet. So yeah, we'll do a sprint and shoot with Diggs. Let's take the shot. 70% chance to hit. Solid hit. And we actually crit him. So we just, unfortunately, he moved at a range of Jade, and Jade needs to reload her ice gun. Let me see if I can switch to the tactical disc weapon and maybe get into a position. I would have to go downstairs, and that would require me to use both her AP. So while Jade did a good job here, I'm going to go ahead and swap her weapon, move to here, and see if I can't throw something to help. No, I don't have any healing grenades, so we'll just have to reload with her and figure out a way to kill with Elvis. Now, I don't think Elvis can get this kill unless he were to throw this guy. Can he shoot the barrels? He can't shoot the barrels. So instead, what I'm going to do with Elvis, I'm just going to run away to somewhere where he's nice and healthy and safe and let the fire do the work. Because this guy will take fire damage, and now he should be an easy kill. Ooh, actually, if I had shot him, he would have taken that fire damage. Yeah, he's sprinting away. So let's go ahead and just chase him down with Diggs. Good job, Diggs. Boom, right in the back. So critical kill, double XP, and AP restored. Let's go ahead and call our heroes all together. We have successfully beaten this encounter. And we can stay here if we want. There's more enemies and stuff to explore. And there's also side quests here. But this is our main objective, and you're going to get a little bit of dialogue here. I don't want to focus too much on dialogue because you're coming in kind of midway through the story. And also, if you're a person who really cares about dialogue, you're more going to want to experience that yourself. So what I will say is the characters are, at the very least, quite interesting. The dialogue is a nice mixture between lighthearted and also consistent with the world. And it's decent. I'm not a person who focuses very hard on the writing aspect of a game, but you should. Oh my god, I can't think of the word I was going to say. Oh my god, I'm trying to pay attention to the story and explain. The characters are a good mixture of lighthearted, interesting, and with a little bit of depth, and there's like a little bit of care. It's good. I would say I'm not a big person for dialogue and stuff like that, but as far as I can tell, it's not completely terrible, clumsy writing. So the basic story of the game. Okay, so we got the dropship data drive, which is nice, which is our main quest. The what was I going to say? The main kind of story here is our character right here has a special glove that his mother was able to create, or maybe I don't know if she created it or she owned it or whatever. And there is this stuff in the world called miasma, which is essentially kind of like this. It's almost like Zerg Creep, but a little bit more glitchy. And it has kind of altered the world, and it's created beasts and it's created monsters, and it's kind of completely destroyed essentially the entire world. And this glove gives us a special connection to that miasma, which makes us a very important character in this world. And there's essentially a wall that we're trying to get through. I believe it's over here. Yeah, there's a miasma wall over here that we're trying to get through because our mother is on the other side. And the main story revolves around some of the actions that she has done. We're currently in the Kentucky Hills, and I imagine there's going to be a bunch more zones and a whole bunch of quests and stuff that we can do. Yeah, but that's like the game in a nutshell. I've been quite enjoying my time with it. It's a game that really rewards sort of like out of the... what's the word? Not out of the box thinking, but kind of lateral thinking and really taking your time and absorbing the scenery. So if you're looking for a tactical game, and also it rewards exploration, right? Like we just got a new item, Vamp, which allows us to add chips to our miasma party, or our miasma power. So you can see here, this is the miasma power. Elvis is the only guy who gets that kind of miasma power. And you can modify these. So if I press Y, so for example, currently we have the Jacker installed, which allows us to steal money from people when we use our miasma powers. But we can add Burn, which will set people on fire when we use our miasma powers. So, you know, there's like a little bit of stuff going on here. We can choose to slot in the Vamp instead, which would allow him to be able to heal. So now we would steal 20 hit points and absorb 30 fire damage rather than stealing cash. Which kind of feels like a really good power. Characters have a progression system. They have like a skill deck. You can reset the skills at any time. Like, so this is something I love when games do this. When you're like, oh, you know what? I don't know if this felt like a good power. I'm going to go change it. So for example, we've got like Miasma Shot, which allows us to take an extra miasma power. So if I were to lock this in, right, and I go back to Elvis's stat line. I accidentally pressed the button twice. If I go to, now Elvis can bring 2 miasma powers. So I can bring Electro Chainer and Miasma Storm, which is just cool, right? It's cool that these things exist, that there's a lot of, I really, really like being able to retool my character's build on the fly. I'm a big fan of the Armor Eater shot, and I've also quite liked the Corrosive shot, although there is something to be said to go for the kilowatt capacity, which would allow him to cast more spells. It's kind of an interesting idea. Corrosive shot is cool though. Diggs is more of like a tanky character, so for example, you can see here, I can get Armor Stack here soon. Right now he has Scout. I guess technically this would be Armor Stack. You see, the thing is, you don't really want to be taking damage in this game, but if you are going to take damage, you may as well take it on Diggs. And then, I keep forgetting this character's name. I'm really bad with character names. You can see, this is why I don't like story games, because I'm just bad at remembering people's names. Can you tell I get into a lot of socially awkward situations in real life? But anyway, she's got like agility boost, which allows her to move faster, and she's got focus shot. I haven't actually used focus shot, so I'm going to place that for plasma shot, so that I can actually set people on fire instead, because focus shot I just haven't used at all. But yeah, the game has quite a bit of stuff going for it. Now, there are side quests, and this side quest area, if I recall correctly, they recommend you be around level 8 when you come tackle this. So we're actually just going to head back and I just head back to get like some story stuff done. We can maybe buy some stuff from the shop, we could sell some stuff and advance the main quest just a smidge. So we just picked up a side quest here, Old Debts, which is a level 9 to 12. So we've got quite a few side quests here that we can pick up. But most of them are like between level 7 and 9. So we'll probably be able to do some of those side quests in a little bit. But I want to go talk to the sheriff. And every character in the game, or well, I guess he has nothing new to say. Never mind. But there's a whole bunch of characters in the game. They all have like backstories. And I would say the writing in this game is lighthearted, but integrated. Like, it's not too serious, but it's also, it doesn't feel jarring. Like people say things that are humorous, but it doesn't feel like they're not taking the world they live in seriously. Does that make sense? Like, the mayor of the town is a head in a jar. You know what I mean? Like, this, it's very... I don't know how to explain it other than that, but like, the mayor of the town is like a cigar smoking head in a jar. Like, the world is silly, but integrated. Does that make sense? My robot is like, flirts with humans. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain the writing. So we just completed the data recovery quest. I'm skipping through the story because people who care, I don't want them to be spoiled. And we picked up 5,000 experience, which got us a level up. So we got +1 skill points and +5 health, which is quite good. So we're a little bit tankier. And let's have a look at our skill deck. Let's kind of wipe out our skills and look at what we could maybe do here. Ooh, this is a cool ability. Silently shock an enemy for 90 damage, ignoring armor, and adding EMP stun for 2 turns. So this could be another way to silently assassinate people during battle. I'm going to go ahead and take HP capacity, Armor Eater shot, Corrosive shot, and also Overwatch. Overwatch is really powerful, especially if you have a weapon that shoots multiple times. Because if you line up the start of a battle, you can like throw a grenade to set a bunch of people on fire and then line up an Overwatch that hits 3 people. It's crazy what you can do with Overwatch in this game. It's super, super good. I will give Diggs the big brother ability. Also, Diggs is like my character's brother, by the way, because my mom left Diggs to raise me. So they have like a big brother forced to raise his little brother vibe going on. It's just, like I said, right? The writing is silly, but integrated. So let's head over to the shop. Oh, wait, actually, there was another character who wanted to say hi, because we actually saved this guy's life. We were in a mining shaft, and so we're going to go check out this guy's store. He was imprisoned by some, like, thievers. So this is the Granter of Wishes. We've just unlocked the black market. This is Vise. Let's have a look at what he has for sale. So this guy, so we have, I believe, about 770. Now we can sell things if we want. Like we've got power cores here. This is the Octarine Agilitizer. We can sell this or we can equip it to our guys and it gives them 1 tile when they move. We could sell off some of these weapons. I don't think I will be selling my weapons. I don't think I'll be selling any of my stuff because I just don't have enough stuff to sell really yet. But this is where we can buy chips. Like for example here, the AP Saver, which would allow us to ignore the AP cost of casting a miasma power. Reduces the cost of casting by 10. This could be really good because some of our powers are getting quite expensive. Adds 20 rage when casting. Remember, rage is the thing that lets you cast or crit. Signal boost increases the casting range. There's a lot of really cool stuff you could do here. I don't want to spend my money because I would rather do weapon mods because I find I tend to use my weapons a lot more than I use my powers. So let me come here. Can I modify this? Do I actually have? No, okay. Maybe I should get the energy reducer. Or should I take the electro charger? Let's take the electro chainer. I'm going to equip the jacker so I can steal money. We'll pop over here. I believe I had a side quest here as well. Hello, Zed. So Zed wants us to go attack someone who destroyed his wagon. He got robbed. We've also got archaeology we can do. So we've got a whole bunch of side quests and a main quest to do. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like super the kind of person who does a ton of side quests. I love doing side quests. I love, you know, filling them all out. I love getting all the rewards. I love being like, I end up doing the main quest and I'm like 5 levels above it. Like in every single game that I play. So Bertha sells more things like healing grenades and weapon mods. She also sells weapons. Like we could buy a sniper rifle or we could buy an assault rifle. We already have these assault rifles. I think what I would like to buy, ooh, the energy gain mod. Now that could be great for Elvis to let him recharge his kilowatts. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the energy gain mod. That's a great resource restore. And I guess I'll just buy a few medipods because I've been having trouble keeping my guys alive because I've been a little bit sloppy. So I'll buy 3 medipods. So now we're in a place called Gatorzone. There is a keypad in here that I haven't figured out how to open. But there's a quest going on. I believe there's also a side quest in Gatorzone that I wasn't able to do. I've already looted, I believe, the majority of stuff that was out here. But I think sometimes when you come back to zones, like new stuff appears. Like there's like plastic here. I do like the way that the characters kind of bark at each other and they talk like while you're running around the world. Oh dear, it looks like some serious combat has been happening here. And we get to meet the Miasma Frogmen. So we got a Skull Crusher over there, a Spawn Lord, a Scout. Oh dear. I think we can kill this Skull Crusher without too much issue. Thankful. Oh, it's only a 76% chance to hit. Hold on, let me get a little bit closer there. Jade, I need you to hit this. Wait, why is your hit chance so low? That ain't good. Okay, Jade, I am not cool with this 60% hit chance. Why are you so bad at hitting this guy? I don't understand. Oh, because you're too close. I see. Oh, okay. Well, let's get a little bit further away. And now, okay, now you've got 100%. So now we can silently kill this guy. Okay, I see. So the sniper rifle I've never actually been in that situation before, so I didn't understand why. But that totally tracks and makes sense. But this isn't the first time I've been through this zone, and it does look like new enemies have spawned and new loot has become available. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time running around here, making sure I can take out any of the easy targets. There's a witch doctor and a couple of scouts over there. Let's take out this Skull Crusher, because nobody's looking. And so he's going to go down. We get the double XP and AP restored from the crit. And then we'll ambush the second Skull Crusher and do the exact same thing. He's out of range. All right, so if we move over here, we can take the shot then. All right, so we'll just adjust slightly and then take the shot. Boom. 100% chance. Boom. Love it. Silent crit kill. Double XP, AP restored. There's just something really satisfying about, you know, killing these frog creatures and like, I don't know. I think this is genuinely maybe like the first tactical RPG XCOM style that managed to pull off like stealth as a mechanic. I didn't think you could really make stealth as a mechanic work in this kind of game. So I happen to know from experience that the Witch Doctor is a very annoying and very powerful enemy. Now here's a question. How close are they to these explosions? Not close enough. Well, let's say we cancel this and we open up the power screen, give this guy the Miasma Storm ability, and maybe we can use the Miasma Storm to get a couple easy kills here. So I want to initiate combat when that scout over there on the left is not in range. Okay, that scout has left. Let's go ahead and initiate the ambush. Now I have a couple of things I want to try here. I've never used a knockback grenade. I want to see what we could do with those. Oh, I'm not quite in the right position, so let me have a look. Yeah, screw it. We're just going to go for the combat. All right, Elvis, or rather, sorry, Jade. We're going to take a shot with Jade, and it's going to be on the scout. Boom. All right, so we flanked them, we did 70 damage. Now we're going to go ahead and grab Elvis, and we're going to press 8 to activate the Miasma Storm ability. We're going to pick up the Witch Doctor. Now we could throw him into another character, or we could throw him into the bomb. We're going to throw him into the bomb. That seems way more fun to me. So grab him. And he gets to do a really cool animation, pick him up, and basically wind whip him, boom, into that, instantly detonating and killing him. And now we're properly in combat. Now, I think these spawn lords and stuff over here have also been activated because that was a very loud ability that we did. But we should be able to take a pretty good chance to get a kill. And if I get Diggs up into a solid position, I want to get like an 80 or higher chance to hit. Yeah, I think we'll go here. Now, Diggs might get hit here. But I'm willing to take that chance. Boom, there goes the scout. So I would say, oh, he got his AP restored too. That's actually huge. Now, I could move him into a safer position, or I could take another shot. I'm going to go ahead and take the shot. The more damage we can output, the faster the enemies to go down. Don't tell me you missed that shot, dude. So the Spawn Lord is kind of scary because he will create monsters. There they are. But they are quite a bit away from us. So we'll have time to deal with that. Yeah, Diggs is going to get hit here. Oh, he managed to miss. That's huge. Now, we can run and gun with Diggs if we wanted to get behind this scout. Let's go to you. We're going to reload your weapon. Now, you have no targets in range, which is fair. So just stay where you are. Elvis, on the other hand, I think I'd like to move him forward, maybe. Honestly, we could also just move back and play around this building here. I kind of like the idea of playing around this building. Can we get above it? No, I don't think we can get onto the roof, but I think it would be more fun if we play around this building. So let's get Jade into cover. Let's get Diggs into cover. Now, this is only going to be light cover for these two guys, but that's fine. And we will get Elvis into cover as well. So we're in a pretty safe spot inside this building, and we'll just let them come to us. The Spawn Lord came pretty far forward. The Scout came pretty far forward as well. Now, these Skull Crushers are melee, so they're a little bit more dangerous in the sense that you gotta kill them before they get close, because they will do a lot of damage. And when they're out in the open like this, they're actually pretty easy hits. I'm trying to look for clean shots on someone who's got armor. We could set this guy on fire, 63% chance, and he should immediately die if we land this. So I'll take a 2 in 3 chance to kill him. Perfect. So he's basically dead now. I will take a shot at a Skull Crusher, because that puts him in a position where we can deal with him too. And then, do I want to take a 50-50, or do I want to sprint out and go for the crit on this scout? I think we just play defensively here. We're in like a pretty good position. And we're getting kills. And they're only now getting into an approach vector. So he should die next turn. He might get a hit on Diggs here. Ooh, lucky shot. Don't also hit Diggs. Okay, okay. Oh, this Skull Crusher, he's close. I think Jade should be able to finish him. I think she needs to reload. So we'll reload her. Oh, you've only got a 50% chance to hit because he's so close. Go for it. 50-50. Come on. Oh, right in the face. Elvis, I would like you to take a... Not an Overwatch. I want you to do a corrosive shot, but I want you to get real close to him. So we're going to move into a interesting position. And then go for the... Not corrosive shot. Is it corrosive shot I want to do? Yes. So this is going to be a big deal. It's going to cover him in acid and also remove armor. Diggs, I want you to run and gun out to here to where you can put that Spawn Lord in a bad position, so the Spawn Lord will have to reposition. I love how mobile Diggs is, and the fact that he can also crit a lot is really fun. Oh, look at that crit, dude. So the Spawn Lord and the Scout should both die from damage over time abilities. Now, he might call an extra 2 Skull Crushers, but we should be able to deal with those. That Scout died from the fire damage, and this Scout is coming forward to attack Jade. But he kind of sprinted, so he kind of screwed himself there, actually. You need to reload, so go ahead and get that reload, Diggs. And then you've got a 29% chance to hit. You may as well take it. If you hit, you hit. If you don't, you don't. Not a big deal. Jade? Maybe it's time to break out the tactical disc weapon. So this is the tactical disc gun. You can actually bounce it off walls. And the more times it bounces off a wall, the more damage, or the better chance it has to crit, but the lower chance it has to hit. I think Jade is honestly just in a bad spot here, so I might just move her somewhere like a little safer. I think though, I'm going to go ahead and try to take out that Spawn Lord with the disc bounce gun. It's going to bounce twice and have an 80% chance to take out the Spawn Lord. This will just keep him from spawning more critters. So that was a perfect bounce. Oh, a critical hit. We got double XP and our AP restored, and she's enraged, which is fantastic. I will go ahead and switch to the Silent Ice Gun and get that free reload. That's why getting crit kills is huge on the character like Jade, because it means she can do like crit reloads. Now I wonder, one thing I wish this game had is like an undo button, but I'm gonna go ahead and overwatch this guy, or maybe I should overwatch the two skull. No, I'll overwatch the two skull crushers later. For now, I'll just take a shot, and we will take a shot 50-50. Bang, bang, bang. One thing that I appreciate about this game is that enemies do seem to care about like preserving their lives, even if it means they're going to make a suboptimal move. Like this scout tried to get into a more defensive position so that he would be less vulnerable to death or whatever. Whereas like if the game was really trying to just like make it hard, he would just attack me, right? But that's his character, so to speak, is actually acting in a way that makes sense. So we didn't get the crit there, which kind of sucks. Elvis, I'm going to get you to switch to the sniper and get you at nice and long range, because I have a sniper rifle with Elvis too, and see if we can't take that 84% chance to hit. Perfect. Now these guys run pretty quick, so I'll just kind of back up a little and skip my turn. Well, I guess I should reload my guns, right? Yeah. So this is the perfect moment for Elvis's Overwatch. We're going to switch to the DK Assault. We'll reload it, and then we'll use the Overwatch. Oh shoot, there's a tree in the way. I can't get a good coverage on my Overwatch. Damn, that would have been perfect. Regardless, I guess we'll just take the L on that one. So Jade has a 100% chance to crit here, which is honestly fantastic because we'll get to reload her gun. And we will reload. Unfortunately, we're likely to take some damage here because I messed up my turns. But that's okay. We have a chance to crit and kill. Okay, perfect. We crit kill him. Perfect. Amazing. Okay, so we managed to get away with something we shouldn't have there. But now we've cleared out this area. Now, we've been through here before, but, you know, we can get a little bit of experience, a little bit of money, a little bit of loot. All right, so we got a skull crusher down here we can clear out pretty easily. We got a bunch of really scary stuff, actually. But there's a keypad door over here that I wanted to show you that I wanted to try to clear, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. But I'll get that kill. I never figured out what the code for that keypad was, but I imagine there's like some pretty important items in there. Rather than fight those frogs, though, I'm just going to go to my main quest. So we got the Gatorzone key, and we're going to go find this guy's daughter. But I think this is, honestly, this is enough, I think, of a teaser to let you guys know whether or not this is the kind of game you want to check out. I super like this game. I think... Oh, I need to use digs to break this. I think if I had more time, and I wasn't currently, like, super addicted to Age of Wonders 4, I would definitely, like, sit down and play this, because this kind of gives me... It's not exactly Dragon Age Origins, but it kind of has that same sort of, like, you're adventuring, and there's an RPG, and it's a whole world. But it's a bit more like... what's the world? Like Wasteland or Fallout-y, which I super appreciate. And it's honestly, it's a really unique world, both in terms of like world building, storytelling, and design. Like this whole like miasma-y, crystal-y, glitchy stuff is really, really cool. So yeah, I definitely recommend at least give this game like a shot if you're interested in this kind of game. Go check it out. Miasma Chronicles, a fun, interesting, cool game that I got sponsored to check out. And I want to thank you guys very much for watching this video. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.